think we in there. I think we in there. I think we in there. All right, guys. Question. Trump fired you, so we got TikTok over here. We got Instagram, and, Facebook over here. We got YouTube right here. we going. We got your all bases covered. Got your, all your bases covered, baby. But I'm gonna look right here, and then I'll come and I'll actually make sure I make sure that I talk to you guys too. But Trump is going to fire you. Okay, Trump has already fired you. Now what? Let's ask that again. Trump has fired you, or Trump is going to fire you. Now what? Now what are your options? What are your options? So the world is already up in a fire. Every time I look on, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and I'm scrolling everything. The whole world is on fire. Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? Guess what happened last time? Look what happened. Blah 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 blah. You know your boy Frankie P. Look, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Let's come up with some solutions. Okay, okay. We're going to be solution oriented on this platform. Okay, we're going to be solution oriented on this platform, and we're going to come up with straightforward solutions that will be simple to implement. Are some changes going to need to happen? We're in a new world, guys. We are in a new world. So we're going to have to do things just a little differently. So what are our three options now? Now that you are maybe fired, you are fired. What are your options? So I actually sat down and I was talking to my wife and we had a conversation, and we came up with that. There's only really only three things that you're going to be able to do. Three things. You have three options. One, one, number one, you can do something and try to change it. Number two, number two, you can move. You can say, man, I'm done with this. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I can't deal with this. I'm out of here. Or number three, you can just stay here and roll and get rolled over. Those are gonna be your three options. Those are gonna be your three options. Are you gonna do something? Are you gonna move? Or are you gonna get rolled over? That are those are your three options. So now you get to choose. Here's the beautiful thing: you get to choose which option is going to best salute you for your situation. Okay, where we've talked about, and you know now they're doing what's called the Doge thing, where they are looking for fraud, waste, abuse. They're doing all of these things internally inside the government. But what should you and what can you do? Instagram. What can you do? Uh, TikTok. What can you do? I got all three of them. We going all three. YouTube. What can you do? So the things. So the first thing we have to do, and since the government is doing an audit on what's on the finances, on what can they do, what can they take away, what can they peel back. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you to pull out your pad, and I need you to do internal, an internal, an internal audit. We have to do the first step. We must start to do an internal audit on your particular situation. Okay, so your boy Frankie, hey, I got you. I got you. I got you. Don't even worry about it. I got you. So how can we do this? I've come up with and it's not me. And I tell you, everything that's coming through me now is coming because of the Heavenly Father has given me some insight, and all I'm doing is verbalizing what the feelings that He's given me to bring to you. Okay, that's all I'm doing. We talked about speed, spiritually pure. Okay? Get in tune to the Heavenly Father up above. P, psychologically. We have to be psychologically tough. Trying times are going to come. You're going to try something, things new. Guess what? You're going to get some pushback. So you got to be tough. It's not going to just be, oh man, I'm going to do this thing and it's going to work. Nope, guarantee you, dollars to donuts, it's going to be tough. Somebody's going to give you some pushback. I'll tell you, I'm going to share with you how I handle pushback. How do I handle pushback? I'm going to share with you how I handle the pushback. Pretty simple, pretty simple. The E, education. We have to educate the masses. We have to educate the masses on what it is we're doing with our movement, the Black Out the Fourth movement. I haven't mentioned it yet, but I'm going to get into it. So you already know we're talking about the Black Out the Fourth movement, because we're not going to spend a dime on the 4th of July because it is someone else's independent. It is Independence Day. It is not our Independence Day, and we're going to prove to them how our dollars, $3.6 billion a day, how $3.6 billion a day can affect the economy. If it doesn't work on the July 4th, it's going to work on May 4th. July, August 4th, September 4th, October 4th, December. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to trickle down. Eventually, somebody's going to listen to you. Okay? So these are action steps that we're going to take. In the meantime, what can you do? Write your congressperson or your senator. Okay, I have a template. I believe it's on the website. Or you can just send me an email. You can send me an email at at Frank Purcell at blackoutthefourth.com. You can send me an email and I can reply to you then. Or you can just go directly to the website, blackoutthefourth.com. Take the pledge. Make sure you take the pledge. Take the pledge. How do you take the pledge? Pretty simple. Name, email address, phone number. And you're taking the pledge, Blackout the Fourth. We have businesses that are partner businesses or preferred businesses. You'll get that information. Okay? So now we got all those things out the way. Now let's focus on you. Let's focus on you. Let's focus on you. How can we do that? The first thing we have to do is an internal audit. And we can do that. And I've created something that's called a DIME. I call it a DIME package. DIME. That's the acronym I use. DIME. Okay? The D is for debt. What are your debts? What are your debts? I need you to get out a piece of paper, and we have to start to change our mindsets, and we have to do an internal audit on what can we do, how can we make some changes internally, because externally, nobody's coming for us. Nobody's coming to help us. Nobody is coming to help us. We're going to have to do it ourselves. We have to do it ourselves. Okay, so you have to get a pen and paper and write down any debts that you have. That can be paid off. That's the debts, which means like your mortgage, your car payments, your credit cards. If you have a student loan, if you have any personal loans, write them all down. Write how much you owe. You need to find out the interest rate that you're paying and your monthly payment. It's very important. What the amount is. Whether it's your mortgage, your car payment, your credit card payment, you need to write down how much you owe, what your interest rate is, and how much your monthly payment is. This is one of the first steps, and it's very important. I'm going to share with you why. So that's the first step. The I. The I is income. What type of income do you have? What type of income is coming into the house to actually help with some of these debts, okay? And income includes your paycheck. If you have a pension, if you have any type of interest income, those are the things that come to the top of my mind. If you have some other ideas on what could of what income you could utilize, please feel free, put it down in the comments, and I will definitely would like to share that with more people. The more people that we can get educated on this movement, the better it's going to be in the long run for everyone. Okay. The M is miscellaneous items. Miscellaneous items are items that you actually do once every 3 to 4 months. If you do it once every 3 to 4 months, it's considered a miscellaneous basket. It goes into your miscellaneous basket. Now, miscellaneous, here goes some things that I just jotted down. And again, please feel free. The more you can tell me, the more I can share with our audience, and the more we can get this word out and help more people. So the miscellaneous items that I thought about, like if you're taking a trip, you don't do that every month. You might do it. And I got a buddy of mine. Every time I look on Facebook, he's somewhere else. So he is in another bucket. He balling like that. You know what I mean? He balling like that. But if you're taking a trip, that's a miscellaneous that goes into your miscellaneous. Jot it down. Miscellaneous that goes into your miscellaneous pot. Jot it down. If you're getting your nails done, I talked to my wife. I said, if you're getting it done every 3 or 4 months, she says, no. We getting our nails done every month. I said, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, you can look at my hands. I'm not getting mine done. I probably need to, and I'm not even going to show you. I'm not going to show you my feet. I'm not going to show you my feet. Oh my Lord! You be like, no. Put your socks back on, brother. Put your socks back on. Okay, but your nails, your pedicure, your hair. If you're getting your hair done, if you're going out to dinner with your friends. I'm sorry. If you're over here on TikTok, go ahead and hit the screen because obviously the more likes we get, whatever the algorithm is, the more people we can get this information out to. So go ahead and hit the screen over here, and then the final bucket are your expenses. Expenses are items that you're going to pay every month. You're going to pay these items every month, regardless. You just don't have no choice. So for instance, like your rent, you got to pay rent because you got to live somewhere. Okay, makes sense. Rent, food, you need to eat. Okay, okay. my son, he's in college right now. We're having some discussions and conversations on how he's eating, on where he's putting that money to eat. Okay. You can definitely invite more people if you're over here on TikTok. You can definitely invite more people. Gasoline, you're putting your gas in your car. If you're going to work, you're putting gas in your car. You got a water bill, electric bill, your gas bill, your cable bill, your subscription, Netflix, all of these things. These are expenses that you are paying every month. Doesn't change month in, month out. Okay, and then if you have a life insurance policy, it's part of an expense. If you're funding your RA, it's part of an expense. Okay, so that becomes the dimes: your debts, your income, your miscellaneous, and your expenses. So we're going to focus on how can we on future videos. We're going to take one at a time, and we're going to focus on how can we decrease some of those things and increase the others with like your income. Okay, so those are the challenges that we're looking to tackle for everyone because we're in a new economy. Bottom line, we have to change how we think. We have to change what we do. We have to change how we act. We have to change our psychology. The psychology we have to change before we can change anything. Okay, so I'm incisive on working on how to change our psychology, how we can change our internal internal talk that we're having with ourselves. Unless we change that first, the rest of the plan is probably going to fall by the wayside until we get psychologically tough. Because once you make that decision that you're going to tackle these things, something's going to come up. But you have to be psychologically tough. You have to be psychologically tough to overcome those issues, to overcome those challenges. I wish I could tell you, your partner Frankie P wish he could tell you, man, it's going to be easy. So as soon as you say, I'm changing my life, I'm not worried about it. I'm getting ready to start this business. Something's going to happen. Guarantee you, dollar donut, something's going to happen, and you're going to have to change your mindset. You're going to have to change how you think on how you're going to tackle this thing. Okay. So I just wanted to just to share that real quick on the dime package, which is the debt, income, miscellaneous, and expenses. Then on future videos, we're gonna see how we can tackle that. We're building up for this movement. Blackout the Fourth. Make sure, please make sure to pledge. I'm telling you again. Go ahead, go to blackoutthefourth.com and simply make the pledge. Name, email address, phone number. After you do that, I just simply ask that whenever you're creating videos as far as education on what Blackout the Fourth is, how we're doing it, how to help people save money, how to help people get out of any of those videos that you post with solutions. Not just, oh, did you see what he do? Can you believe? No, not those videos. Not those videos. We need you to post more videos with some solutions. And once you post these videos with solutions, simply tag 3 of your friends and use the hashtag Blackout the Fourth. Okay, again, find solution orientated, or well, you know the word I'm talking about. Solution oriented videos. Post those videos. Once you post it, tag 3 of your friends, so 3 of your friends can hear those solutions, and just use the hashtag Blackout the Fourth. The movement will take on it will take on a life of its own. If you be surprised if just 10 of you guys right now did that today, took the pledge, posted one video, and tagged 3 of your friends. Whoo! Can you imagine? Can you imagine where we would be by Blackout the Fourth, by the 4th of July, when we're not spending any of our money, and then we're going to take those funds and directly again, I'm going to use the number, I'm going to keep driving this point home, $3.6 billion a day. We're going to show what we can do with that money. We're going to take that money, we're going to direct it to where we would like our funds to go to. Because think about this. We are funding people, for lack of a better term, who hate us, who want bad things. I don't want to say that they want bad things to physically happen to you, but they do not care. I watched a video, yesterday when they were interviewing, what's the guy from Shark Tank, the little bald-headed guy. Like, I'm talking about somebody bald-headed, huh? Mr. Wonderful. They were interviewing Mr. Wonderful, and they asked about how is it going with this Doge, as far as going in there and cutting things out. He says, well, whenever you're going to take over a company, the thing you have to do is whatever you believe that needs to be cut, you need to cut 20% more. Whatever you believe that needs to be cut, you need to cut 20% more than that. So he's saying whatever they're cutting now, they need to do 20% more. So whatever jobs is being lost, he believes that 20%, at minimum 20% more, should be fired. Let that sink in. Mr. Wonderful believes that whatever they're doing now, with the firings that are taking place now, what should be happening? He said they should do more and fire 20% more. You can always hire him back. So the interviewer asks, well, what about the families that are going to be affected? He says, well, that's just part of it. Yes, it's part of it, and he has no issue with you being laid off, with you going hungry, with you losing your home. He has no issue. It's just part of the process. And that that motivates me. When I hear things like that, I get motivated. I say, you know, my people need me. I need to feed my people. I need you to hear this. Hear this clearly. We need to feed more people. We need more people to understand that as a movement together, we can make a change. But when we scatter and we do the third thing, which is get just rolled over and complain and say, did you see what they did? We get rolled over, nothing happens, and we are in a worse situation than we are today. I'm stop preaching, man. Come on, man. But I just want you to feel the passion. I want you to feel the passion that is coming through the coming from me, because I am so passionate about us not being in a situation where and I don't, we can go into the weeds now. We'll get more into that of some of the things that are being taken away, some of the privileges that we have already been awarded, we've been afforded for years, that are being taken away systematically based on someone having low self-esteem and they want to feel better about themselves. Someone has low self-esteem and they want to feel better about themselves. So instead of trying to build themselves up, it is better to try to break you down, make you feel. Mr. Wonderful said that he doesn't care. Elon Musk said, I don't give a bloop. He said this. And you Originally, when you had people who were backing him and understanding that this wouldn't happen, okay, do I give you? No, I'm not giving anybody the benefit of the doubt anymore. Now, I believe that those are the four worst words that us as a minority community that we can mention. Benefit of the doubt. We've been given the benefit of the doubt so long. We've been given the benefit for everyone who comes along. Well, let's see how it plays out and let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Hell no, you ain't getting the benefit of the doubt. No more. You have to show me. It has to be in writing. If it's not in writing, what you say could care less. One of the videos, I wish I can find it. When they were one of the Congress people down, I want to say in Georgia. I want to say it was in Georgia. They asked him about HR 22 taking away women's right to vote, because if the name change, whether the name change is going to put so much barrier for the woman to be able to vote, a married woman to be able to vote. She's going to have to go through so many hurdles that she's not going to be able to vote. And he says, oh, and he says, well, I really don't know about that bill. And he the one who co-sponsored the bill. He the one McCormick. I believe his name is McCormick. You got to look it up. Make sure somebody fact check me. Put his name in the comments if you know the video I'm speaking about, or the congressperson I'm speaking about, the town hall. Put in the comments. Let me know so I can make sure that I fact check myself and get the correct information out. But they went at him. HR 22, women's right to vote. He's trying to strip it away, and then he says, "Oh, well, I need to look into that. I need to read more about it." You need to read more about it. You are the one who co-sponsored it. How you not? And so now you're gaslighting me, and you can see the smirk on his face. Please look this up on one of the videos. Please look it up. He got the smirk on his face. Well, I really don't know about that. He know what's happening with that bill. He knows exactly what he's doing to you. He knows exactly what rights he's trying to take away from you. He knows exactly how difficult it's going to be for you to vote. But he's a white man who doesn't care, and in the end, first he's going to gaslight you, then he's going to lie to you, then he's going to say, oh, well, the law says you can't vote. So it's important to get in front of it now. And I know I'm shooting a lot of information at you now. My wife said you just can't flood the market. So let me land this plane. This is supposed to be like a 5-minute video, and I'm still running my mouth. So. But what do we do? The first steps is we have to do an internal audit of ourselves. We first have to do an internal audit of ourselves, and you need to, if you haven't done this, you need to take out a sheet of paper and use the DIME acronym: debts, income, miscellaneous, expenses. Write those down. If you need help, because some of the next videos I'm going through is how do you overcome some of these challenges and better yourself, and what can you do? What can you do? So this is your partner, Frankie P. If you have any questions, please make sure you feel free to reach out to me. Again, we're pushing the movement Black Out the Fourth, so please go to the website blackoutthefourth.com, make the pledge, name, email address, phone number, share the website. That's what should have been one of the first things I said, was share the website after you make the pledge. And any videos that you make that are solution oriented, simply use the tagline Black Out the Fourth. Okay? This is your partner, Frankie P. Remember, when you change your perspective, you change your life. When you change your perspective, you change your life. When you change your perspective, and you use the DIME package to begin to understand that internal audit of your finances, guess what's going to happen, guys? You're going to change your life. Peace. Thank you, TikTok. Holla at you. See if I can turn that down. Thank you, Facebook. Where are we? All right, guys. Hey, appreciate you guys hopping on, man. What is the E? Oh, the E is expenses. The E is expenses. I'm going to get off of, I'm going to finish up on here. Let me see. Debt, income, miscellaneous, expenses. Right. Your expenses are your rent, your food, gasoline, water, electric, gas, things that are not going to change on a monthly basis. Your heat, your cable bills, you know, what you got Netflix. What are some of the other ones? Disney, any of those things that you have. So, like for instance, I have the the lawyer, the attorneys, or something like that, where you pay monthly for an attorney. Um, so some of you guys are in a network marketing company, and you have you pay a monthly fee to be part of that company. That's going to be an expense. It's a business expense, so you can, if you want to delve into the weeds, you can do that. But that is an expense that is coming out your income on a monthly basis. So your life insurance, your car insurance. Are you putting money to your are you putting money to your IRA? If you're putting money to your IRA, then you put that down. Are you putting money to your life insurance policy? Are you putting money towards that on a monthly basis? You put that down. The miscellaneous items, miscellaneous. If you are doing these items once, one time or less every 3 to 4 months, then it becomes a miscellaneous item. If you're doing it more than once per month, one to 4 months, it becomes an expense. So those are things, and then we're going to learn how do we how do we reduce those? Those are on upcoming videos. Okay, let me see. Unfortunately, we rely on Medicaid and Social Security disability for my son. But and that is your income. So you would the Social Security income, that is income. So now we have to see, based on your Social Security income and your debts, your miscellaneous, your expenses, how can we, based on the income that you are utilizing, if you have a negative cash flow uh, in that particular situation, the next step would be, this is probably what I was going on to the next video, but since you asked the question, I'm going to address it now. Then we have to look at ways to maybe maybe to increase your income. Can you do a part-time job? Can you go on Fiverr and utilize some of the skills that you have for your job, whatever it is before that you were doing. For instance, when I was in the Marine Corps, my job was audiovisual. I was a audiovisual cameraman. I think it was 4670. I think it was. It was 4600. I know that. 4600 field was video, audio, graphics, and it was one more. But those, what skills could you take if you were, and again, my background was in the military, so I'm just going on some of the things that I know from the military. If you were working, if you were in tanks, or you were a grunt, you may know how to work on a tank. You may know how to fix these items. I know some of the people who were on the flight line. They transitioned from working on the flight line to being going to the air traffic controller. I know some of the people who were specifically working in the audiovisual field. They went, and now they work for some of the national networks. Um, CNN, MSNBC, Fox. They're working those. They're learning how to work those cameras. So, and if you can't find an actual company to work for, then maybe you can transition to that, and you can start a business for yourself. Those are some of the ideas you can talk about as far as increasing your income. Let me see. Any more questions? Let me see. The administration calls this stress, anxiety. Yes, it's causing anxiety and stress on a lot of us. It is causing anxiety and stress on a lot of us. And so that's why we as a collective have to begin to start to take action. That the action part is, we like I said, we have three options. We can either move, we can either decide to change something, or we can sit still, freeze, and get run over. It's just the anxiety is part of it, and so we have to psychologically, and that's why you'll hear me talk a lot about the psychology portion, the psychology part of this, because if the psychology part of it, we start to be getting mentally tough, then we can start to work on some of those anxieties. So I agree 100% with you about the anxiety and with the new administration is doing. Um, yes, you're welcome. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. If you have any more questions, that's like, please feel free to leave them down here in the comments, and whatever questions I can answer for you, I will answer for you. I am dealing with the same thing myself. I am stressed, but I decided one morning. I think I woke up and I told my wife, I said, you know what? Until they knock on our front door and tell us something has changed, I'm not even going to worry about it anymore. If it happens, I'm going to do it then. But before they do that, I'm going to do the things that I can do, to get ahead of it. So that's where we are. Like I said, keep tuning in. Psychologically, we need to build each other up, because if you believe that you're by yourself, it is extremely difficult. But if you understand that a lot of us are going through the same issues, feeling the same anxiety that you are feeling, and we can come together as a community and as a family and build each other up and push each other forward, I believe that this can have a definitely effect on this movement. Okay, all right. Let me see. Any more questions? Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to get on out of here. I'm gonna cut this YouTube off. I'm gonna finish up YouTube, TikTok. Hey, I appreciate you guys joining in, and I will go live again. And so please feel free to just go ahead and make sure you subscribe, so you can get the alerts on when I do go live, and you can come in, you can join in, and any questions that you have, we can answer those questions. Okay. Okay. This is your partner Frankie P. Peace. Now I got to figure out how to turn this off. There we go. In now. All right.